In today's video, we will be looking at some of your roller coasters and give them a rating from 1 to 5 stars. The first one is from Gooodbyeee. It's a dueling wooden coaster. So I'm actually going to, load in both IDs. Okay, here we have it. That is actually quite some big roller coasters. Let's have a look. I guess we have to do the blue side. I put them both on dueling. So let's have a look at the POV. So if I'm correct, the other train is also leaving at the same time. Let me know down in the comments which side do you think is going to win. I'm not sure if there's going to be a winner since they kind of look identical, the layouts, but we do see the other side. That's actually kind of fun. Red does look a little bit in front. And here we are at the top of the right. The other red one is still to the side of us. Here we go on the first drop, which actually looks pretty good. We have a big airtime hill into another airtime hill. You are definitely flying out of your seat there. And let's have a look. How is the other train going? It is just always very satisfying seeing another train go at the same time. They look actually like very identical, which is quite impressive, building two coasters mirrored from each other and making them basically identical, but I think they're going at the same time actually. And into the brakes, I'm not sure if there's a winner. It might just be blue by just like a few pixels, but if you chose blue, so I guess then you won. So for this dueling wooden roller coaster, I'm going to give this a 3-star rating. The layout is quite simple. There's not much going on, but I think making it a dueling aspect is very, very nice. Okay, on to the next roller coaster. And the next roller coaster is from Kawasaki. Why are these names always so difficult to say? He says it's a hybrid coaster, so let's load it in. All right, here we go. We actually see some decoration around this coaster this time. I am seeing some of the turns being a bit goofy already. I do like the station. I think it is no Game Pass. It definitely is. All right, let's put it on open and have a ride on this hybrid coaster. This is indeed a very slow chain lift.
One eternity later.
Okay, after 10 years, we are finally at the top. Here we have our first drop, which looks to be, rotate a little bit. The supports haven't loaded in yet, but here we have a turn. Okay, that is a bit rough. I'm not entirely sure what we were doing there. That's interesting. It looks like we're not going to make this hill. So let's just add a second chain lift. Questionable. All right, then we have some more turns. The supports are finally loaded in. This is okay. It's not super special what we're doing so far, but the turns are not too rough. And then we're already going in the brakes, which... Oh no, what is this? Why are the brakes doing that? Oh, that hurts my soul. Don't build brakes in a turn like that. What is that? All right. I'm not entirely sure what to think of the roller coaster. I like the station actually. It looks pretty good for no Game Pass. The trees, everything around it are nice. The coaster itself is questionable on multiple spots. So I think I'm going to give this a 1.5 star rating. Mainly for like the station and the decoration. That definitely gave it like a star rating. All right. On to the third roller coaster, which is a small family boomerang roller coaster from Baby Doekjes. Guys, your names on these stuff is getting out of hand. So here we have it, and it's indeed a very small family coaster, but it does look very smooth. Okay, let's put this on testing, and if I'm correct, we are going to go actually backwards for the first lift hill. Now we are of course in the front, so we're actually not going to go up that high. The people on the back are actually going up very high. So let's go through the station. Let's see if this is actually smooth, and it actually is. I think this coaster is more of like a template that you can work off. You can decorate it yourself, add some nice stations, some trees, some nature, but it's just a very solid, smooth layout that you can use. And you actually go up pretty high. I like how the end is like a little steeper, and the train is actually very big, and we're going to go back. But for itself, the roller coaster, there's not much else to say from it. It works. It's very smooth. There's not much else I can say about it. It even goes like all the way back up here. And then I guess we do stop in the station. There we go. It's very simple. It's smooth. It works. I'm going to give this a 2.5 star rating. All right. And then for the next one is Mack Ride's powered coaster. Of course, we got the powered coaster in the previous update. So let's have a look at what you guys have curated. Oh, okay. This is actually quite a big layout. Let's place it down here and let's have a look on this powered coaster. I really like this coaster in Theme Park 2. I don't know, we just needed something like this. It's just a perfect family coaster and it's very fun to build and it looks amazing. So let's do some airtime hills. This is just actually like a very realistic powered coaster layout. Some airtime hills, some helixes, some fun turns. It doesn't go too quick, but most of these don't. I'm curious if it will go more than one lap. So let's have a look if it actually does that. We're almost back in the station. are we going again? Yes, we are. That's actually very nice. I like that. That just adds like a little bit more of like a customization to this roller coaster. But it's probably quite similar to the previous roller coaster, where it's more of like a template. I do think I like this coaster actually more than the last one, which I think I gave a 2.5 star rating. So I think while we're still in the roller coaster, I'm going to give this a 3-star rating. And while this coaster is going to stop in the station, that means we are going to go to the next roller coaster. And I'm seeing something which I don't think I'm going to believe. Someone submitted an insanely smooth phase turbine roller coaster. And for the people that don't know what the phase turbine roller coaster is, well, I'm going to show you. It is probably the most ugly roller coaster we have in the game, especially the train. Just look at this. Why is it rusted? Why are there lamps? And why is there a massive S propeller on the back which rotates? But nonetheless, of the roller coaster train, we're of course going to look at the layout and how smooth it actually is. But yeah, the thing on the back, I think actually if we do launch, there's like fire coming from the back, which to be fair is pretty cool. Yeah, okay. Now that is a cool thing. But we're not about that. Let's have a look on the roller coaster. Okay, so far actually pretty smooth. We are going very slow through that inverted top hat. Okay, now I have to agree, this is scarily smooth for this roller coaster type. Especially like the older types of like roller coasters in theme park 2 are just rough. They're difficult to build. So making those smooth like this is a lot harder than you might think. So that definitely already gives it a lot more points. Oh my god, how is it even possible in this roller coaster type doing inversions like that? Normally it's just very rough. Okay, this is actually, I'm kinda surprised for how this is even possible with this roller coaster type. Yeah, we just went through the brakes, then we have this nice airtime hill into another airtime hill, into an overbank turn, and I think then we go back to the brakes and the station. I'm going to be honest, there's literally nothing bad I can say about this layout, the roller coaster, the smoothness, maybe the coaster train, but I cannot really rate that. I think this might be our first 5-star of this video. So yeah, this coaster gets a 5-star rating. Congrats, this is just, especially for this coaster type, it's very good, and it's like just big pieces, it works, it's nice. So let's go to the last roller coaster of this video. We are going to be looking at a classic intimate mega coaster with 2 overlays. Now that is our 3 different IDs which I have to put together in some sort of way. His name is Hyperion. Yeah, he says the overlays were done mathematically and all weird stuff. Well, let's just load it in and let's have a look at what he did. Okay, let me figure out how I have to place this here. I think I just place it on the white block. That actually works. And then let's also use this overlay. I like that it has like 2 different overlays. A bit difficult to place. It does actually look really cool, where like the high stress parts of the roller coaster have like less intense supports. Well, let's then put this on testing and have a look at this roller coaster. This one already looks really good. So then we are at the top. I'm curious how smooth this roller coaster is going to be, so that is quite important. But yeah, this so far is pretty good. I really like the overlay. The overlay looks perfect. As he said, he's done it mathematically. So basically it is perfect. There's no weird overlaying with the track. So that is just very impressive. It is indeed like an intimate mega light roller coaster, where you just do like some airtime hills, just some like helixes. We have a little bit of a small secret lounge there. I guess to give it a little bit more of speed. And then we have this nice S-turn. That is pretty good. Then we go all the way up. We have another lounge. I'm not 100% sure about the lounges. I would have rather just see him change the friction of the roller coaster, since I know the lounges do sort of like remove the immersive of the roller coaster, and that's kind of the point. Apart from that, there's again nothing I would really say that bad about it. He included even like a little station which you can build up from. The colors look amazing. The overlays are really cool. The only thing I would say is that I would have maybe not done the lounges. So for that, I'm going to give this a 4.5 star rating. Almost 5 is just those lounges which will cost him half a point. But that is the end of this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe on my channel. If you want to submit your roller coaster, go to my Discord. Link is in the description. And guys, I will say, as always, goodbye.